Coming up, on this edition of The Solo Show, Stan welcomes not one, but two guests to the guest host's chair. Scott and Sacha Clark join Stan to talk about their amazing adventure on the Disney Wish Cruise. The Solo Show, as always, is brought to you by Victor Naraki Realtor, serving Disney and the greater Orlando area with CelebratingFlorida.com and DisneyAtYourDoorstep.com. Victor Naraki would like to take this opportunity to thank all of his clients and customers for their support throughout the past year. Victor would like to remind all of you that this is the time for family and friends to come together and celebrate this joyful season in whatever form it takes for you and your loved ones. Be kind to each other in this festive season and the new year ahead. On behalf of The Solo Show and Victor Naraki, all the best for the holidays, and here's a wish for a safe, healthy, and happy new year.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our final boarding call and the doors will be closing soon. Please board quickly and safely. Please stand clear of the doors. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to another edition of The Solo Show. I am Stan Solo as always, and we got a trip report with a twist. This time I'm going with them on this trip. Joining me today are two of my very best friends, Sacha and Scott Clark. Welcome to the show, and how are you doing today, Sacha?
Thank you, Stan, for having us. Excited to be here and excited for our trip.
I know, we leave in a couple of days as of this recording. And Scott, how are you today, my friend?
I'm doing fantastic.
Okay, so we're going on the Disney Wish. The ship is less than a year old, basically pretty much brand new, almost, you could say. How excited are you for this trip?
Super excited to get out of the cold, snowy weather here in Colorado and hit the seas and enjoy some rays.
Yeah, for sure. And how many Disney trips have you done before?
Too many to count. I can't remember.
Really?
Yeah, I would say this is my fourth Disney cruise, and going to Disney World, I would say this is between 15 and 20.
So fourth Disney cruise.
Yes, fourth Disney cruise.
Yeah. And we actually met each other. The three of us met on a Disney cruise, and it was also a WDW radio group cruise, which is what this is as well. And we're doing another group cruise, which I think is a great way to do a cruise, is to go with a group, because you kind of already have something in common because you're part of this group already, especially if you want to meet new friends. It's a great way to do it.
Exactly.
So...
And then to say that I met a lot of good friends on the Star Wars cruise with the WDW, and some of them became really good friends. And, like with you, Stan, heck, we did trips that weren't even part of the WDW group with doing the conventions and whatnot. So super excited to go on this cruise and see old faces again and meet new faces.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So when do you arrive in Florida? The cruise is on Monday. What day do you two arrive?
We actually are arriving on Friday the 9th. We have family.
No, Friday the 2nd.
The 2nd. Thank you, Scott. I'd miss everything. And this is why Scott's in charge of planning for us. So we arrive on the 2nd, and we're staying with some family in the area. And then we head off to actually Disney World on the 4th. And what are we doing on the 4th?
Yeah, so we're going to get dropped off at the Disney Swan on the 4th. And this is our first time staying at the Swan. So it is on Disney property, but technically not a Disney hotel. So kind of curious to see this hotel. And then we're going to go do the park, and we're going to do Epcot on Sunday for the dessert party.
Yeah, we're doing the dessert party together, which is also a WDW radio event put on by MEI. I got a bit of a funny story. So I'm staying at All-Star Music, and for whatever reason, I could have sworn I was staying at All-Star Sports, which All-Star Sports isn't fully refurbished yet. So I contacted Lori, my MEI agent, and I said, "Hey, Lori, is there any way you could put in a request so I get a refurbished room?" And she goes, "Yeah, sure. I'll send in a request for you. Absolutely." So she messages me and she says, "You're staying at All-Star Music." And I said, no, I'm staying at All-Star Sports. And she goes, "You might want to double check that." So yeah, I'm staying at All-Star Music. So all the rooms are refurbished already. So
all right. You can't go wrong there then.
I don't know how in the world I could have sworn. And I had my Sunshine Flyer booked to take me to All Star Music or to All Star Sports. So I had to call them and have them change. I have somebody picking me up to go to the out for dinner.
Oh,
And I
wow.
told them I'm at sports. I had to contact them and say, hey, no, we're going to be at music. So that's why it's good to have an agent. They keep track
Yeah.
of things for you.
You'd have been going to the wrong hotel saying, what's going on here? Where
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be trying to check in and they'll be sorry, sir, you don't have a reservation here. So,
Yeah.
good thing I caught that today and not in a couple of days. How are you getting from the Swan to Port Canaveral?
So this is kind of a little tricky. So we're taking Disney transportation, the Disney bus. But since this is not the official Disney hotel, we're walking over to the yacht club, which is only probably about a 5-minute walk from the Swan and Dolphin. So we're going to get notified the night before of when we're supposed to be there at the yacht club. So we'll walk over there in the morning. Then we get taken to Port Canaveral. And we got boarding group 2 since we're taking Disney transportation.
Very nice. Very nice. That's weird that they won't go to the Swan. I mean, they're going right next door.
That's what I thought. It was
Yeah.
kind of, we have Charlotte as our MEI agent, and he had to give him a call and talk to him and make some arrangements for us, because typically they don't do that since we're not staying on property. But
Okay.
they said they'd pick us up if we went over to the yacht club.
A bit of a tip. So my last trip to Walt Disney World, I stayed off property, and I like taking Magical Express, but Magical Express is no longer, right? So because I was staying off property and I was right near Walt Disney World, I would have to take an Uber. But to save some money, I took nearest transportation to the closest resort, because they don't care if you're staying at a resort or not anymore. And then I just took an Uber from that resort to my where I was staying. So
That made it a lot cheaper, I'm sure.
it was way cheaper than taking an Uber all the way from the airport. So there's a little tip for you if you're staying off property. What are you guys most looking forward to on this cruise?
Oh, goodness. I'm looking forward to some pool time. And honestly, the last cruise we did, Stan, with you, it was awesome doing some of the adult parties and trivia at bars later in the evening, and really connecting with the folks on the cruise, and really just having a great time. So really looking forward to that. If
How
I
about you,
have
Scott?
a little bit of the sleep, I tell you, I sleep so much better on a ship with a gentle rocking, just like a baby.
Sasha's looking for a good night's sleep. I'm gonna spend all this money for a good night's sleep. You can get a rocking bed for the price you paid for the cruise. Stay at home. How about you, Scott?
What I'm looking most forward to is checking out the new ship. I love going to the parks, but there's something about doing the Disney cruises that I think, to me, it's just one step above the parks, and just enjoy that. The relaxation being on the cruise. It's not go, go, go. Then, meeting up with old friends and doing the trivia night, game shows. That's so much fun. There's just so much to do on the ship that I didn't realize, that we could do from the first time around.
Yeah.
That we didn't find out until the second time.
And don't forget the food. I'm looking forward to the food.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, nonstop food whenever you want it.
Yeah, we're going to be dining together, so I'm looking forward to, after dinner, going out to a show, and then, like you said, we'll do some trivia, or we'll do something during the day. We'll be busy for sure.
Like Lou says, Dan, we got to bring our stretchy pants.
Yeah, yes. Bring her. My pirate costume is built-in stretchy pants, so I have my pirate costume ready to go with stretchy pants. Now, after the cruise, are you going to the airport, or are you going back to Walt Disney World for a bit?
We are going back to Walt Disney World. And Scott, what are we doing at Walt Disney World?
So we're taking Disney transportation again, and we're going to stay at the Wilderness Lodge.
Nice.
It's only one night, but we're going to do the Christmas party at Magic Kingdom just to see the decorations and everything.
Yeah. I tried to get tickets for the Christmas party. In the end, I decided, and it's sold out already. It's like,
we bought ours back in August, so I wanted to make sure that we was able to do it.
Yeah. Have you guys went for, I had you on the show before. You did a trip report between Christmas and New Year's, I think.
Yeah, so we did see the decorations, but that being said, being after Christmas, we kind of missed in a little bit of the festivities with the parade and the fireworks and all that fun stuff. But yeah, we're looking forward to that, and to go check out. I want to see the Grand Floridian. I want to see the gingerbread house and some stuff like that too. So
yeah, we're going to take
busy
a
day.
full day to do that after the cruise. Just a resort hop is our plans. We're staying at Pop Century. I can't believe how busy it is. We couldn't even get Pop Century. We booked months ago. The All Stars was the only thing we could get. There was like nothing available. So it'll be interesting to see what the All Stars have for us. And we're doing Boathouse one night after the cruise. One afternoon
for lunch. Going to Disney Springs for lunch that Friday, and got reservations for the Boathouse for you and your wife, Stan. So looking forward to that. Eating some nice steak and seafood.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. It's been so long since I've been to the Boathouse, so that's going to be exciting for sure. Any final thoughts before we cut to a break?
Just counting down the clock, ready to go.
All right. Yeah, same here. I got to go pack. You guys got to pack too.
Yes, we do.
We got to.
All right, we're going to do some packing. You guys listen to this ad, and we'll be right back. We got a new sponsor.
This Christmas, if your girlfriend tells you she wants something small, she wants diamonds. And if she tells you she wants something big, she wants diamonds. And if she tells you she wants nothing at all, she definitely wants diamonds. This Christmas, buy diamonds at my store.
And we're back. What store was he talking about? He just said my store. He didn't give an address, a phone number, a website.
I don't know.
Scott, are you getting Sacha diamonds for Christmas?
I think so.
She wishes.
Sasha, what do you want for Christmas?
Diamond.
See, if she says diamonds, then she definitely wants diamonds.
Yeah.
You got to get it from that guy's store, wherever that is.
Yep.
So we're back from our cruise. We had a grand old time. At least I did. I'm assuming you two did.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, it was amazing. Had a great time.
Oh, right on. So we want to talk a little bit about, I'll go over kind of some of the details, some of our thoughts, some of our opinions. Keep in mind, these are our opinions and our opinions only. If we don't agree with them, too bad. That's your problem. So you guys stayed at friend's house for a few days, and then they took you to the Swan. How was the Swan? It was your first time there?
Yeah, it was our first time there. We got dropped off on Sunday. That Sunday, probably around 10:30 or 10:30, 11 o'clock. Our room was ready, so we went straight up to the room.
Which was nice.
Yeah, freshened up, but we really didn't walk around the hotel much. We freshened up and went straight to the boardwalk and went to the Epcot. So we didn't really get a look at the hotel too much. But overall, it was a nice bed and nice room.
I think it was the Swan that has the big chocolate display, isn't it, with the Santa Claus for Christmas, or is it? Yeah, it is a Swan.
We must have missed it then.
Missed that.
Oh wow! Yeah, it's a full-size Santa Claus with a fireplace all made out of chocolate.
Oh wow!
I don't know how we missed that, but somehow we did.
Okay. Anyways, so we did the Harmonious dessert party together, and if you want to hear about that, it was on the Grand Circle tour. We recorded it. Came out a couple weeks ago or last week. We had a blast there.
No, it was a good time. Meeting up with some old friends and walking around and Epcot, and rode the Guardians Cosmic Rewind with the Christmas edition and did Soarin'. So those were only two rides we really did while we were at Epcot, but Guardians was pretty cool.
Which was two more rides than I did at my entire day at Epcot. I didn't do one attraction the entire. I forgot about Living with the Land. Had a Christmas overlay.
Oh, we did not catch that either.
Yeah, I completely forgot. All day long, I was thinking the day before I got to go to Living with the Land. When I got to Epcot, it got erased from my mind.
Yeah, we kind of walked around World Showcase, stopping at different countries, had a drink here, cookie there, something like that, and we just did just kind of a lot of walking around.
Yeah, well, we did the Candlelight Processional together. We did that.
That was amazing. I was glad we stopped. Yeah, that was neat. I'm glad we decided to go do that. That wasn't on my list to go do, but I was glad we stopped and did it. I thought it was amazing.
Yeah, I think I was one that encouraged everybody to go to that one.
Yeah, thank you, Stan. That really was great.
So you got to the ship via Disney Cruise Transportation, and you had to leave the Swan and walk to the yacht club with your suitcases in hand, in tow. Luckily, it wasn't raining. How did that go for you?
That went okay. We got there and it was a little disorganized. We were told we needed to go to the beach club.
Yeah, beach club to the solarium.
Yep, which we did. And then when we got there, we were asked why did we bring our suitcases, and that's fine. It sounds as if perhaps there may have been another more direct route through that. So it wasn't too bad if you don't mind lugging your suitcase around. So this
So
one,
what were they expecting to do with your suitcases if you weren't going to take your suitcases on the ship?
Well, when we went there, we went to the yacht club. We talked to the bellhop or whoever at the yacht club and told them we were going to take the Disney cruise, that we were going to get picked up. And they're like, okay, you got to go to the beach club. Go to the beach club and go to the solarium. So we walked over there. It was, another 5-minute walk. So it wasn't a big deal. But as we got into the beach club, I got a phone call. I checked I missed call and it was a Florida number. So I called it right back and they're like, hey, your luggage is not at the yacht club. I was like, well, I was told to come to the beach club. And he goes, where are you at? And I go, I'm in the solarium. He's like, hold on a minute. I'm right outside the door. So he grabbed our luggage right there and we sat there and waited probably 45 minutes to an hour. We had some breakfast and
oh, wow. Okay.
Before we got on the bus, it was a little bit delayed. I guess they're getting on the people that were leaving the cruise ship from the previous cruise. They had some stuff going on. So we kind of got a late start leaving that morning, which was no big deal.
Yeah.
So
you didn't wait at the terminal very long, I don't think, did you?
No, we once we got to the terminal, I want to say we probably maybe waited
half hour,
and that was like the whole process, getting checked in. We sat down for maybe 10 minutes and our boarding group, we had boarding group too, so we got on the ship super quick.
Nice. Yeah, you were on way before I was, because I went with Lori and Angelo. They drove Marcus and myself, and I guess they had boarding group, I can't remember what it was, like 8 or 9 or something like that, and I think we had 12. And she said, oh, don't worry about it, you could just come on with us when we go on. And that's what I did on the Star Wars cruise. They went on and I walked on with them, and it was no problem. They had a much earlier boarding group than I did, so we go to walk on with them and they're like, no, you can't come on together. If you want to come on together, you have to wait until the person with the lowest number. So they would have to wait until like 12 or whatever it was that we had. So after we got there really early too. So we were all waiting like an hour or two in the to get in on the ship. Then we had to wait like another 45 minutes after that to go on. So we had a long wait at the terminal, but it was fun. I got to chat with people around me and whatnot and embarrass Marcus. So.
Well, when we got inside the terminal, I wanted to go walk around a little bit and take pictures. It felt like I didn't have enough time to go do that. They're like, called our number already. We're like, time to get on.
What pictures you want? I got them all. I got all the decorations. I got the tree. I got the cutaway ship. I got the Mickey hands holding the big balls in the ceiling. I got every picture in the terminal you want.
Nice.
So you guys got on the ship and you went straight to what, Hyperspace Lounge, I'm guessing?
Yes, we did. We went to Hyperspace Lounge because I wanted to make sure that we could get on, and hearing that you had to have a reservation, or I wanted to make sure we had our opportunity to go in there. And we walked in and we actually thought it was closed, and they're like, is this open or are we closed? It's like, no, we're open. So had a couple drinks and experienced that, and that was amazing. Just the drinks we had, And,
so you had the Hyperspace Lounge to yourself at that time?
Yes, we were the only ones in there.
Nice. Oh, I really wish I mind you, we were still in the terminal at that point. We couldn't get in. So, yeah. Oh, that's awesome that you guys got to get on right away. That's great. And we spent quite a bit. I know I went like 3 or 4 times to Hyperspace Lounge. God, I think you two went more than I did.
Yeah, we were there pretty much 4 times, once every day.
Yeah.
So experienced all the different drinks and seen all the different, I guess it would be the light speed show in the windows.
Mm-hmm.
So it was pretty
cool.
Saw
the same planets over and over again after a while.
Exactly. But the good thing was, though, when we got to go there the other 3 days that we were there, we got to experience it with you, Stan, and Justin. And then the last day we were there, we pretty much took up half that lounge. The last day we were there with Lori, and Barb.
Beatrice and Brian came, and we had a big group that final day.
Yeah, so it was cool that we got to experience it with everybody. So that was the neatest part.
I remember where I told the server, there's like 280 of us in our group, so you got to bring up more chairs.
Yeah.
That was good. Now, going into this, we were all under the impression that it's always full, it's always booked. You have to plan your time. It wasn't like that at all. For the most part, you could just walk in anytime. And I think the prices of the drink may have had something to do with it. Like they weren't cheap.
Yes.
Yeah. And other than the $200 drink and the $5,000 drink, Scott, did you try every single cocktail on the menu?
Yes, I think we did.
Yeah, I think we did. Yeah.
Did you try the 2 non-alcoholic cocktails?
We did not.
We didn't try that.
There you go. So there was the 2 you didn't. I had those 2. I tried those 2 as well as I think I've had just about every other drink on the menu as well, except for the $200 one and the $5,000 one. So something for us to do next time is to get those 2.
As long as you're buying, Sam.
Yeah, exactly. Let's talk. How long we've been in this now? We've been here like 12 minutes already. We haven't talked about the food yet. Other than the last day that we were there, they brought us little gummies at Hyperspace.
Oh yeah, the little treats at the last. Yeah, those were really good. I wish they would have given us this on the first day we were there.
and there was no charge for them too, which was nice. It was a nice little
They
plus.
probably seen that we were preferred customers and threw them in for us.
Yeah, we were VIPs at that point already. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about the food. So the first night that we were there, we ate at 1923, which was the restaurant I was most looking forward to seeing. What about you two? Which one was you most looking forward to visiting?
Yeah,
Marvel?
1923 was certainly of interest to me, and so that was exciting, and I was very curious about the new buffet, which was really good as well, by the way. So those were great. Which one were you looking forward to,
Well,
Scott?
being the Marvel fan, I was more interested in the Marvel restaurant and all that.
See, I was afraid that the Marvel restaurant was going to be too kiddish, was what my fear was. But I got to say, so 1923, Arendelle, and Marvel, of those 3 restaurants, the Marvel one was my favorite.
Oh, really? Both nights, or did one night?
Well, the night that they did the show and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I liked Marvel on both nights. I liked the show on the first night we went there and all that. Then, with Ant-Man and the Wasp walking by and the whole Scott Lang show on the screens the first night. So that was I liked that. That was pretty cool. But even when we went on Pirate Night, I liked all the artwork that they put on those screens on the Marvel restaurant. Just seeing the different artwork throughout the years of all the Marvel movies and all that. I thought that was really neat, all the concept art.
Yeah, that was actually really cool too. I have to agree. That was really cool. And 1923 was probably my second favorite out of the 3. How about you, Sasha?
Oh, I would say 1923 was probably my favorite, although I really enjoyed the meal the first night at Marvel. I thought the food was great. The pasta, Stan and we both had the pasta dish, which I thought was fantastic. Arendelle, as far as food, was probably my least favorite, but the show I thought was really fun. Awesome. So I really did enjoy that. And what was the name of the buffet again?
Marceline Market?
Yes, Marceline Market. I was pleasantly surprised with Marceline Market. I thought it was great. It had great shrimp and crab and many other goodies. I was impressed.
Well, then we
ate
tried
there
it
a
for
lot.
breakfast every day too. So
We did.
Yeah, I went for breakfast most days. I think I went twice to Marceline Market and twice to a sit down for breakfast. I don't think I went to Marceline Market for lunch once. Like, was it open for lunch?
Yes, it was open for
Okay.
lunch.
Yeah, because I didn't have any shrimp there ever. I know that.
Yeah, and cold crab. It was.
Oh man, I missed out.
Yeah, you did. You did.
I thought, and I like the way they did it. Instead of it more of a buffet, they kind of hand you stuff. It wasn't serve yourself, which I really, really liked. I much preferred that over the buffet style.
no, and I think I kind of agree with you on that. Just more cleanliness to that fact where not everybody's playing with the tongs.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. And the eggs Benedict were amazing. I had eggs Benedict just about every morning. Well, for the 2 mornings I went there, I had the eggs Benedict. It was great for sure. Then there was also like the barbecue meat area. There was like a barbecue area, like a pizza, little hut, a taco station, which I never tried the taco station at all. What else was there? There's these little
Yeah, the little food stations outside on the pool deck.
Yeah.
We missed the barbecue place and the taco place. We didn't hit it.
Yeah.
We did the hamburger place, the pizza place. I got to say that pizza was pretty good. I was truly impressed with the pizza. It wasn't your typical Disney pizza. This was good quality pizza, I thought.
I agree completely. The pizza actually surprised me at how good it was. It was I want it done right now. Man, that was good pizza. How about you, Sasha?
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
you guys didn't try that barbecue, the pulled pork and all that?
No, we did not try the barbecue, the pulled pork. Wanted to try the tacos, but the line was always so long. So we know those tacos were good. There was always a line there. So we did the pizza. We did the marketplace. And honestly, I wasn't too excited about trying the barbecue, given the barbecue that we had at one of our stops.
Oh,
At
on
the
Castaway
island,
Key.
at Castaway Key.
Castaway Key. Yeah.
I was
yeah.
less than impressed with that meal. So
You were less than impressed?
I was less than impressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was at Cookies, right?
Yes.
On the
cookies
island?
too.
Yeah, I agree with you. I remember the first time going to Castaway Key when we did the Star Wars cruise. I was blown away by that barbecue at Castaway Key. This time it felt flat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It felt very flat. And when we saw the barbecue place on board, looking one afternoon for lunch, I thought, I was afraid that it would be the same experience, and it wasn't.
The barbecue place on board was pretty good. What I did actually was I went to the hamburger and hot dog place, and I asked them for a pretzel bun without any hot dog in it. It was a pretzel bun hot dog. Then I went to the barbecue place and I asked them for some pulled pork and some macaroni and cheese. And I made myself a pulled pork, macaroni and cheese pretzel bun burger, or it's a hot dog or whatever you want to call it. And that was really good, actually. I have to admit, that's a good food hack if you're going on one of these Disney ships to try for sure.
Yeah, I think we ran into you at Marceline Market that day when you brought that in there. It looked good. I had heard a lot of good things about the barbecue on the ship, but there's just so much food and different places to go. That was just one place that we just couldn't make it.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I didn't go to Marceline Market at all for lunch. I only went for breakfast. I don't even know if it was open for dinner. I'm assuming it was.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
The late night pizza place was open. The pizza place was open late. I think it was open till 11 p.m. every night. So that was kind of my go-to place every night. It was a couple of slices of pizza, bring it back to the room, and eat it in the elevator on the way back to the room.
Yeah.
The service. I found, now I was warned going into this that it's a lot of new hires, a lot of new employees because of after COVID, everybody got let go and they had to rehire everybody, and some came back, and a lot of them are new. And to not get upset with the staff or the service because they're still learning. Having said that, I thought they were better than I was expecting, but they weren't as good as they once were. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I would have to agree on that. I had heard the rumors too that they could struggle a little bit. We had one little hiccup, but overall, I thought they did a pretty good job. They were as fast and efficient had they been in the past, but overall, I had a good time with it.
Yeah. How about you, Sasha?
Yeah, no complaints. Our state person was fantastic. I really had no issues or complaints. What was our one hiccup? The card.
Yeah, the card.
Yeah. So when
What happened with the card?
Our first evening, I was given someone else's card.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's right.
It was swapped.
Tell the story.
Yeah.
This is a great story.
Yeah. And we didn't.
So we're talking about your key to the crew or the key to the
the
world card, I guess, for lack of a better term.
Yes. And at dinner,
you ordered a drink.
I ordered a drink, so we gave the card, and then after dinner, you cards back and you sign your check, signed the correct check, but received the wrong card back. I glanced at it. Both of our names started with an S. And we went on our merry way. Didn't notice. I tried to get into the room. It didn't work. And we thought, well, we'll deal with that later. It was late. So we used Scott's key. And then we were in Nassau and tried to get off the ship. And there was no one in line, by the way, when we were getting off of the ship. But unfortunately, I couldn't get off the ship because my face didn't match the card. My name's Stacy. So we had to go up to guest relations, and then by the time we went back down, there was a very long line that we needed to wait into. But that happens. Mistakes happen. So.
Yeah. What was the person's first name again?
It was Stacy.
Stacy, right?
Her last name.
Right. So you went back to guest relation, and your card was already waiting for you. She already returned it, I think.
She had already returned it. They had already destroyed it, so they printed a new card for me. And that took that whole process took a little bit of time. But in hindsight, the waitress did call me Stacy, but my name is not common, and so I'm called a lot of things. So it doesn't really faze me.
I'm surprised that Disney Cruise Line didn't leave a message in your stateroom, like once they knew, or did they?
No, they didn't. That's what I thought they should have done. I was surprised they didn't notify us, especially since Stacy had
already turned
in the morning, and they would have tried to reach out to us somehow and told us about it. But
yeah, because they brought guest relations your card, so you think they would, they have your room number and everything. You think they would have called and they have a message, hey, you think there was a mix up the card or something.
Well, but that probably goes back to training and
yeah.
Well, the funny thing is, standing in line for one of the restaurants, I think it was on the third night, Stacy was standing right behind us, and her husband seen Sasha's lanyard with her name on it and told her, hey, there's Sasha. We had her card, so we got to meet him a couple nights later and talk about the little mix-up, which, hey, we met another couple on the ship and talked to them for a while, so that was
I was actually with you when that happened. I think it was going into the theater. I think it was what it was. Or was it the restaurant? I can't remember.
It was the restaurant.
It was a restaurant. Yeah. That was funny. It was in the end, it ended up being a cute little story, even though you had a little hiccup. It ended up being, and you got to meet somebody nice and whatnot. So that was cool. I felt that the wait staff, the lady that brought us our meals, she was right on top of things. She was very, very good. She knew what to do. But the one that brought us our drinks, whatever her position is, needs more experience.
Yeah, I felt like she was overwhelmed and not like, because before on previous cruises, it always seemed like you never had an empty drink, regardless of what you were drinking. They were always refilling it, or even when you sat at the table, they seen what you got the previous day and had that sitting on the table waiting for you. And we didn't get to experience that on this cruise.
No, or at the very least, as soon as you sit down, then they knew where you were sitting. They would bring you your drink right away. They knew what you were going to have. Whether you're having like a Sprite with cranberries in it, and if that was what you ordered the first night, the second night you sit down. As soon as you sit down, the Sprite with cranberries would be beside you, which was a really nice touch that Disney always had. And that we didn't experience that at all on this ship. I ordered coffee every night with my meal. Several times I had to ask for a refill on my coffee. Even the water, we were asking for water refills. So that was something that it's not big, but it isn't the level that it once was prior to COVID and our past cruise experiences. The other one too was the last 3 cruises that I did. After you have the bread service, the guy would come with a little plastic, for lack of a better term, a comb with no teeth, and clean off your tablecloth. You clean off all the crumbs, so you weren't eating in a pile of crumbs after, because those crusty rolls are crusty. and I always appreciated that. And we didn't have that once on this ship, but talking to other guests, it was happening at their tables.
Yeah,
so I'm not sure if
it's been the crew that we had.
Some newbies.
Yeah.
But our waitress who brought the meals, she was great. I saw her several places on the ship.
She was everywhere.
She was everywhere, and she knew my name, and she would call me out.
Yeah. So she was unbelievable. She was absolutely. She might have been one of the best servers I ever had on any cruise ship, Disney cruise ship. I would think.
Must be training the newbies.
Yeah, she needs to. But because she'd be, you go into Marceline's marketplace and she'd be there welcoming you and telling you to wash your hands, and then you go in to get some food and she's there handing you your food, and she was everywhere. Then she'd be picking up your plate and like, how many of you are there? She was like cookies on the beach.
Yeah.
Now, did you guys do the spa?
We did do the spa on our.
So how was that?
It was amazing. We took a little bit of a tour of the ship on the first day we got there. So we walked around the spa and So we kind of got upselled on our massage, so we added some extra things to it. But the day of Nassau, which I believe that was our first day, had a 8 o'clock massage, and it was amazing. Got the massage, to be in the hot tub, got some fresh fruit delivered to us, and it was great. If you could afford it, it's something that's a nice little splurge to do.
No, I understand they told you to bring your bathing suits to the massage.
Yeah, apparently we've not done much since COVID. So, we have done massages before, so we show up in our bathing suits, but we didn't bring any other clothes to change in, and we thought that the time in the hot tub would be after our massage, and it was not. It was before, so it was just a little funky, and that's on us. That's totally on us. But it was great. The massage was great. I would suggest, though, that you ask about the timing of the massage. When we had it, the ship was docking, and so we could hear all the mechanics. It did cause quite a bit of rumbling, and so that part was disruptive. And so in hindsight, I would have inquired about when would be good, peaceful, calm times to do that.
So you had a vibrating massage. Well, that was rumbling.
Yeah, the whole room was vibrating because stuff was shaking off the tables and stuff.
Yeah. Alrighty.
That it was good.
So the tip with the bathing suit is either bring 2 bathing suits or
Correct.
or bring something to wear after you get out of the bathing suit, because you don't want to get a massage in a wet suit. So if you have nothing else to wear, that's what you're wearing. Is there nothing else?
Yeah.
So okay, a little bit awkward for Scott and Sacha.
It was.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about the shows and the entertainment. There was the 3 big shows. There was the Seas the Adventure, the Little Mermaid show. There was a Pirate Night pyrotechnic show, I guess, with the fireworks and all that. And then there was the Aladdin show as the final night. What order would you put those in for your favorites, do you think?
I liked them in the order that they occurred, in all honesty. I think I'm probably the odd bird out here. Not everybody really enjoyed the Little Mermaid, but I actually liked it better than Aladdin.
You liked the Little Mermaid one more than Aladdin? I thought the Aladdin one was absolutely amazing. I thought it was so good. What about you, Scott?
I like Seas the Adventure. I like Aladdin. I really like the Pirate Show. And I put Little Mermaid at the bottom. That being said, all the shows were still good.
Yeah.
But if you're going into watching like the Little Mermaid or Aladdin and you think they're going to follow the movies to the T, they didn't. I was surprised not to see a couple of the characters that, especially on Aladdin.
Yeah, Boo wasn't mentioned at all.
Exactly. But it's a condensed down show. What was the show? It was about 45 minutes long.
Yeah.
But the entertainment was top notch. So I still enjoyed them all, but in that order, Little Mermaid was last for me.
Yeah, I agree with, even though Sacha thought it was, sorry, Sacha.
That's okay.
But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it still. I heard horrible things about the Little Mermaid show prior to going. Like people were saying they were embarrassed for Disney and all that. I really liked it. I thought it was good. I thought it was unusual, like in the entertainment in the bars and all that, there was like no live shows really.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like there was no musicians or magicians or anything happening after hours in the bars and all that. It was basically game shows or trivia night and stuff like that. But there wasn't any entertainment. I felt that was lacking.
Yeah. How about the bar that was across from the Star Wars bar that had a piano?
Well, there was a piano bar, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
That was what Tiana's, I believe, or the Bayou Bar.
Yes, the Bayou Bar. Great memory, Scott. And I believe we did walk by once, and there was some live entertainment there, but I only saw that once. So. Yeah,
and I think there was the piano bar they had where it was kind of modeled after Cinderella, and it had the globes that were supposed to represent the bubbles throughout the. Yeah, I guess they did.
That being said, the Wish was set up a lot different than like the Dream or the Fantasy, because on those ships, or even the Wonder and Magic, where the adult entertainment was on the back of the ship, and there was always stuff going on back there. Where a lot of the entertainment this time, I believe, it felt like it was in the middle of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
2 or 3 decks and stuff like that. No, but I get what you're saying. Like with the live entertainment, we didn't notice too much. It was more game shows and trivia nights and all that. But that being said, the trivia nights and the game shows, they were fun and entertaining.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I had a great time. But remember there was that guy that played the guitar when you would just yell out a band and he would play a song.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that type of entertainment, and I felt like that wasn't happening on this ship at all. Maybe it just wasn't where we were or where I was, but it just seemed it seemed like even like they did a drawing class. I went to a drawing class, and at Walt Disney World, when you go to a drawing class, they have a guy there with a piece of paper and a camera, and he's drawing, and you could see on the screen to draw along with him. Well, on the Wish, a cast member came and pushed play, and you watched a video of a guy teaching you how to draw.
Yeah, same, is it? No, we didn't. Yeah, that's a great point. Didn't notice those extra pieces.
And then we went to do it was like the history of the building of the Wish, and kind of like the history of the Wish, how it came to be. So I thought, well, this would be an interesting thing to go see. You know, I'm expecting somebody to be up there telling us and talking to us about how the Wish was built and all that. So you get there, and a cast member comes up, and she says that first we're going to hear from the Imagineer that first came up with the concept for the Wish. Is like, wow, he's on ship. This is great. And then she pushes play on the recorder, and we watch it on a TV screen. It was like watching a Disney Plus show. It was like oh, seriously, I came all this way just to watch a TV screen of a guy. I could watch this on Disney Plus. I just thought it was kind of, I don't know, just wasn't up to the higher standards that you expect.
Mm-hmm. Do you think maybe due to cost cutting and all that, not having
it really felt like it. It really felt like it, especially the drawing one. Now at the same time, we did a tour of the Wish, and it was a free tour. You just signed up for it on the app, and I strongly suggest anybody to do this that's going to be on the Wish. Fascinating. We had a great cast member. He took us more or less midship, but on the 3 or 4 decks, and he pointed out all the little hidden details in the details, like the chandeliers. They had different things hanging on different floors that kind of represent different stuff. It was really interesting. It was a lot of inside information, which I just love, is any of that type of stuff. So that was something that I thought was amazing. Was a free tour of the ship. So it's too bad you guys didn't sign that one.
Yeah, we didn't get to experience that.
Yeah, that was really good.
And Justin enjoyed that. Yeah, we'll have to do that next year.
Yeah. If you're ever on a Disney ship, check the app to see for the free tours, because that was like the highlight for me, actually. I think was that tour, as far as the entertainment, like other than the big Broadway shows, of course.
Yeah, but that being said, Stan, you didn't like taking first place in the Star Wars trivia.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so we did do really well in the Star Wars trivia. So we went as a group, and we formed our little team, and we did the 70s trivia first.
No, we
70s
sucked at
music.
that.
We didn't do too well in that one.
No.
And then the 80s trivia, we did pretty good. We came in second.
Yep, second. Got every song correct, but we couldn't name 3 of the performers that sang the songs. So we took second place by only 1.
By 1 point. We lost by 1 point. And they gave you 1 point if you get the title, and 1 point if you get the artist.
Correct.
And on 3 of them, we couldn't name the artist. And another group, on 2 of them, they couldn't name the artist. So we did not too, pretty respectable. Now the Star Wars trivia, 20 questions, we got 20 right. And it was so did 2 other teams. So it was a 3-way tiebreaker for the Star Wars trivia. So each team had to send up a representative for the deciding answer. So I go up on the stage for our team like a moron. You guys, Stan, you go. But I thought you guys were going to follow me. So the final question was, in meters, how long is a Superstar Destroyer? And you had to write down your answer.
Didn't have a clue on that one. None of us.
I think I had the advantage because I was the only Canadian on the stage, so I knew what a meter was. The 2 Americans had no clue what a meter was, I don't think, even.
That was very true.
So we ended up winning the Star Wars trivia on the ship, which is a little feather in our cap, I think.
Oh, exactly. And that being said, with us doing the roundtable discussions between you and Jason or Justin and I, we should be winning stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. We should be winning stuff like that for sure. Yeah. So that was pretty good. The 20 out of 20 we got on that one. The design of the ship, the style, the look of the ship, to me wasn't my style. I I kind of put it in the same category as the Grand Floridian, whereas that's not quite my style. I prefer the style and the look of the Contemporary over the Grand Floridian, and that's how I felt about this ship. I felt that this was a little bit, it was elegant, it was fancy, it was beautiful, it was not me. What about you two?
I enjoyed it. I didn't feel that way. I enjoyed the ship. And what about you, Scott? I didn't feel like it was.
No, I kind of agree with your opinion, Stan. It was more of a classy ship. It's probably the classier out of all the other four ships. Yeah, I guess that's a good comparison with it being like the Grand Floridian of the cruise ships, as the other four ships were more Art Deco style and all that. But that being said, I did enjoy the ship. I did hear rumblings that people didn't like the locations of the elevators and stuff like that. But I think after a day or two of figuring out where everything was at, I overall liked it. I enjoyed it. So.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. I absolutely enjoyed it, and it was wonderful. Like, it was actually, like I said, it was absolutely beautiful. Like every nook, corner, crevice, beautiful, clean.
Yeah. But
I prefer that Art Deco look that the Wonder has, and that the Art Nouveau that the Fantasy has. For my own personal taste. The elevators are goofy. There's no other way to explain it. You do get used to it, but it's the buttons are, you just touch them. You can't press them. And if you get too close to them, you push them all. Like a couple of times you'd be on the elevator and somebody will go to move out of the way for somebody else and their back will hit every single button. And now you're stopping at all 13 floors or however.
Yeah, and I think with the elevators, they were like long and narrow.
Yeah.
I would appreciate it more if they would have been a little bit wider. But yeah, with the buttons, all you have to do is maybe rub up next to one and you're hitting every floor as you're getting on the elevator.
Yeah. And they were white, and when you push it, they light up a little bit more white. Like they were white lit, and when you push them, they're a little bit brighter lit, but not much. Like they should have it when you touch it, it turns green or something. True. I think that would be an easy fix for them to put like an LED light in there that when you touch it, it turns a bright green, or the ring around it turns green or something. Because people will be pushing that button. I'll be, dude, you already pushed it 20 times. Like, it's not lit yet. I go, you need new glasses. It is lit. It's like stop pushing the button, let the door close.
Well, then, and that being said, too, you had to kind of watch what elevators you were going on, because there was only a couple elevators that took you all the way to the top, and you get into one elevator, wanted to go to, was it deck 13 or deck 12, and you realize that it only went up to deck 11. So you had to kind of pay attention to that, and all of them went to the highest floor. Yeah,
that was kind of a weird design, too. And then the elevators being... I guess to create the more grand lobby, they've sacrificed having only 2 elevator shafts and having a more front and aft, and having the midshift be this big, huge ground lobby. I guess it works. I don't know. It seems. Now, the other thing, too, was that somebody pointed out was all the restaurants were at the aft of the ship, at the back of the ship, and all the entertainment was at the front of the ship. Like the theaters were at the front. Am I wrong?
No,
you're shaking your head.
No, you're correct. All the restaurants were towards the back of the ship.
Yeah. So
and the entertainment was in the middle and towards the front. Like the movie theaters and the Grand Theater, that was in the front.
Yeah, everything was kind of, and that's what somebody learned on one of those tours. I didn't learn that on the tour, but I think Justin and Monica found that out on the tour. That's how they explain. And once when you know that, it's really a lot easier to get around the ship.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing too is, as you're on the ship for the first couple days, you start really getting acclimated and knowing it. And that being said, if there was any downside to this cruise, it was only a 4-day cruise.
Yeah, you're all right.
A week, 7-day cruise.
Yeah, you're right.
Castaway Cay, when we made a stop at Castaway Cay, we did a banana boat. That was super fun.
Yeah. So Sacha, you fell off?
I fell in.
Oh, you fell in. Okay. There's a difference between falling off and falling in.
Yes, that's right. I didn't fall out of the banana boat. I fell in it, which is what you're supposed to do. Otherwise, they'll shorten your ride, bring you back to shore. So it was fun though. There were just four of us, Scott and I and another couple, and the other lady and I were front, and so we had to wear goggles, which at first I thought, what's this bit about? It's been a while, and it was Mexico the last time I did a banana boat was young. But it was super fast. The wind and the water was whipping in our face. But it was really, really fun. And they did some stops and pointed out some sights for us to see and chatted a bit about what we were seeing. So it was great.
Yeah, and we didn't even have a reservation for it, so we kind of walked around the beach a little bit and was talking to some people at different areas to see what we can do, and stopped right there at the banana boat, and they go, yeah, we had another party that didn't show up, and they're 15 minutes behind, so if you want on, get on now. So that's what we did. So it was fun.
Excellent.
I was glad we was able to do that.
So for those that don't know, can you explain what a banana boat is?
So on this particular banana boat, you have a boat that pulls you, and you're essentially on a long tube. What it had is two tubes in the side and like a rubber in between, like a matting or whatever on it. So you would have two people on each tube on the front and two people that was on the back. And they say try not always lean in, because if you lean in, you're falling onto the boat part instead of falling off the banana boat.
Oh, okay. So you don't, instead of falling into the water, you fall.
Yeah. So when when you
mesh.
say you fall, we want you to fall in the middle.
Right.
Yeah. So that's what Sacha did. She fell in the middle.
Oh, okay. Awesome. That's good.
Yep.
Yeah, but it was fun. You watch it from the shore and you're like, oh, this boat's not going that fast and whatnot. But when you're on it, it's going fast. Yeah. Trying to hold on to it, there's little handles you could hold on and all that. So it was fun. Definitely worth doing. It was something different to do on the island.
Yeah, that was awesome. I didn't even see the banana boat. I didn't know there was one there. I spent very little time at Castaway Cay. We went there. We had lunch. I don't think I even stepped one foot on the sand. Even.
Oh yeah. It was lovely. Scott also with Justin and Monica rode a pelican slide.
Yeah, the Pelican Brief, I believe it was, or not familiar with the name, but I think it was Pelican Brief. And we wanted to go do the slide in the kiddie area and on that. So that was fun. The water was cold though. As I stepped in a few feet in there, I was almost wanted to turn back.
I did turn back. And it was really cold.
But that being said, like that's saying when in Rome, you just got to go do it. So I was like, hey, I want to do it. Didn't want to have
So speaking of slide, did you do the Aquamos?
Oh, yes. We did that.
Okay. Well, what was that one like? I didn't do that either. I spent so little time on the top deck. I only saw half of the top deck of the ship. I never made it to the other half at all. The back part of the ship, I didn't see at all the top deck.
Yeah, that Aquamouse was pretty neat. Oh, so when we got on it, we only had to wait maybe 5 or 10 minutes, so the line wasn't too long. We did the 2-seater one, and so you go in. It's like a conveyor belt pushing you up on the slide. And when you're going into the tubes, there's like video screens, and they're showing little shorts of Minnie and Mickey in the screens. And every time you go by a screen, it was spraying out water. So there was probably, I want to say, 5 or 6 screens on both sides that you got to see. And once you pass that, you're like going down a little bit and going up the slide and all that. But yeah, it was pretty neat. You definitely had to do it at least once. So, and that's the only time we ever did it was just the one time, because every time we wanted to go do it afterwards, there was quite the long line.
I didn't think it was like a crazy fast, windy.
Oh no, it was
roller coaster ride. It was a smooth, easy going ride. It was
Okay.
Hey,
so
Stan,
I probably could have done it then.
Yeah, you could have did
You
it.
could have done it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you saw.
I didn't have a fast pass or a Genie Plus for it, so that's why I didn't. I didn't even put on my bathing suit. It sat in the suitcase the whole time.
Yeah. So we saw little kids to senior citizens riding the ride. So yeah.
Okay.
Fun for all ages.
Yeah. I want to go back to Pirate Night. They do the fireworks at sea, and Disney Cruise Line is, as far as I know, the only cruise line that still does the fireworks at sea. That's phenomenal. Seeing that, and I don't know if they had special fireworks because it was a Christmas cruise, but I noticed there was a lot of red and green in the fireworks. Was it just me that thought that? I don't know what the normal fireworks look like if they have all the red and green or not.
Yeah, it's been a while on the fireworks, so I'm not aware if it was, but yeah, I enjoyed it, and I like the show that they put on with the pirates playing, the rock songs and stuff like that. I really enjoyed the entertainment on Pirate Night and seeing the fireworks show. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
Really,
no, I agree completely.
great.
Did you guys go to the movie theater at all?
No, didn't make it. I wanted to at least try to go one night, but it seemed like every night we were doing something. And if it wasn't in the evening, we were doing something in the afternoons and stuff like that.
So they have two theaters. They have one that's themed to Peter Pan and another one that's themed to, was it Winnie the Pooh?
Alice in Wonderland.
Alice in Wonderland, right. Alice in Wonderland. So I did go to the Neverland theater, the one that's themed to Peter Pan. Beautiful inside. Absolutely beautiful theater. They have the scones lights on the side are statues of Tinkerbell, and the wings light up that create the lights when you're opening it. Has the back of the seats had the Lost Boys all kind of painted or engraved in the back of the seats, and all along the walls. The railing looked like a pirate sword handle.
Oh, cool.
It was really cool. A lot of cool details. But oh my gosh, those seats are uncomfortable. Like movie theaters nowadays all have recliners and comfortable seats and nice cup holders and all that. None of that. They're quite uncomfortable seats, and they kind of lean forward a little bit or something, or maybe the ship was doing a wheelie. I don't know. But I felt like I was leaning forward, like in my seat. Like they was tiny, but free movies, first run movies on the Disney ships. I saw Strange World, which was, I think it came out in the theaters that weekend as well. And Disney is the only cruise line that will show first run movies in the theaters as they come out in the theater. Like if a movie's coming out, a Disney movie's come out in the theater that weekend, it's coming out the same night on the ship. And Disney's the only cruise line that does that, and they can do that because, well, they own the movies.
Exactly.
So they're able to do that.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to try to catch Black Panther 2 on there. It just didn't make it. Didn't have enough time.
Yeah, I wanted to catch Black Panther as well.
The seats, though, even that Grand Theater, their big one, those seats were uncomfortable too. You could feel like the hinges on the sides of the seats, like you're sitting on them.
Yeah.
They didn't give you a lot of room in those seats.
Scott, did you think the same on the bottom row? I know you felt that way on the top.
Well, so the first night we were sitting towards the bottom, but just off to the left, so it wasn't in the main seating area of the theater. It was off to the left, and we had an angle view. I felt like those seats, I thought they were all right. I thought they were a little wider. But then the two previous times we were on there, I think the second time we sat on the second, like the balcony area, and I felt those seats were narrow. But then when we went back the third time for the third show, we sat on the bottom again in the center, but towards the back a little bit. And I thought they were the same narrowness as the ones up top. So I'm thinking off to the sides were a little bit wider.
Actually, what I'm thinking it was so the first night the seats were a little bit wider, the chairs a little bit wider. The second and third night, you already did the buffet a couple of times. You already did the club.
I think you're right.
Yeah. You already did the pizza late night lunch. You went to the free ice cream soft serve a couple of times.
Yes.
Yep, I think
and suddenly the chairs were narrow. No, I agree. The chairs are too narrow. They're too narrow. There's no other way to explain it other than for such a beautiful theater and such a beautiful ship that the chairs are uncomfortable for sure.
And maybe they're doing that to try to increase the capacity, making them narrow to get an extra couple seats in each row. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They made them a little bit narrower. You see malls do that with parking stalls. Your car fits, but it's not that easy getting in and out of your car. So
you come out and you have a couple little car dings on your door.
Yeah, and that's how it is. You get out of these chairs and you got two little indents in your buttocks from the hinges of the seat. But I don't think the buffet helped. I don't think.
No, I think you're leading on to something. Yeah.
I don't think the free self-serve helped. I remember I went for lunch at one of the table service restaurants, and for for dessert, I ordered a Mickey bar, and the guy brought me 2 Mickey bars.
That's great. That's great.
Just in case, just in case you want 2, I brought you 2. Well, of course I'm going to eat 2. And the other thing too is that you order at the meals, the sit down meals, which is all included. You have your appetizer, and you have your soup and or salad, and then you have your main course, and then you have your dessert. So I couldn't decide for my main course, so I skipped the soup and or salad every night, and I had 2 main courses every night. So it was like, for my salad, I'll have the meatballs and with the Alfredo sauce, with the fettuccine. That would be my salad.
But Stan, that's what I should have done. Yes.
Yeah,
I did everything, and sometimes two main courses to try it all. So it was really.
The other thing too, I gotta say, the desserts were really good on this ship. I found out the other Disney ships or cruises that I've been on, the desserts were good, but they weren't great. I felt these were all great.
I agree. I was just going to say the same thing. I really enjoyed the desserts, and I also really enjoyed what was that ice cream candy shop that was on the side out. That was really awesome. They had some great gelato. It was really fun. Little shop to see.
Yeah, that was an extra though. You had to pay for that,
Yes.
so that wasn't free. But
No, it wasn't.
the quality
free.
was a little bit better
Yes.
at that ice cream place.
It was very good.
I didn't step foot in it, but I took a look at it. I pressed my nose against the glass because it wasn't open yet.
Yeah, I don't think it opened up until 11.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, did it open? I don't know. I think it might have been closed at port too. When we were at port, I think it was closed.
It may have been. Yeah.
I know all the shops are closed when you're at port, but
Probably was.
Alrighty. Any final thoughts? We're a bit over time here already. That's okay though. Any final thoughts?
Can't wait to do it again.
We're doing it again. We're doing it.
Yeah.
2024. We're going to go on a Grand Circle Tour cruise. You guys booking that?
Yes, we'll be booking it with you.
Nice to put you on the spot here.
No, count us in. We'll be there.
Yeah. So visit the Grand Circle Tour website or message me if you're interested, and we'll set you up. MEI Mouse Fan Travel is where you want to book that. We're going to do a few days at Disneyland as a group, and then we're going to head on down to San Diego and do the Disney Wonder out of San Diego. This is going to be so much fun. I can hardly wait. It's like, oh my gosh, 2024 seems so far away.
It's a year.
We'll be here before we know it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But overall, I think this cruise was amazing. We had great weather.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, I had a great time. The sad thing is it went too quick. 4 days is not enough on a cruise. I think you at least need 7. But overall, it was a great time.
It was really enjoyed it.
Yeah, we had a great time. Oh man, that was fun. Alrighty, Ken, take it away. Do you remember all the steak? The steak was all the food was good. Everything was amazing.
If you have a brilliant idea for a future edition of The Solo Show and would like to take your turn in the guest host's chair, then drop us an email at thesoloshow01@gmail.com. Tell us your idea for the show, and we'll contact you about a date and a time for you to join us. If you would just like to keep the conversation going or have a comment about a previous show, then visit us on Facebook at The Solo Show. All logos, sounds, and songs that are made by and for Disney and its affiliates are owned solely by the Disney Corporation and are not, nor are they intended to be, the ownership of The Solo Show podcast. We hope you'll join us for the next adventure on The Solo Show. Thanks for listening, and bye for now.